Hi everyone. It's me, Sailor Moon. It's me, Sailor Pluto. And today we're gonna talk about this we're talking about fair work. Now, fair work being a I guess you could say an offshoot or whatever you want to call it of ownership law. Now, the belief of fair work is that fair work shields or lets folks work with other folks' work as long as A, it is for scathing or shaming or making fun of in some way. And as long as the work is, well, this is a thought and belief here, as long as the work meets all of the oversight to be seen as fair work, then it's not seen as ownership. Uh, it's not seen as stealing or not seen as not unlooking ownership. But keep in mind, this is in the thought or belief of one who owns the work. So, meaning that you could, hold on, real, got to my hair here. Like, hold on, you could do something with Sailor Moon, my show, and you could shift a lot of things around and make a lot of say a lot of things and put outstanding drawings and lighting and shift all the things that were said and stuff around, but the owner of it, which would be half owned by Nayo Takiguchi and Toei, could say no, it's still our work and you didn't do enough for us to see it as fair work. So it's a thought and belief. And that always seems to be what irks the folks who do fair work, because in their mind, they're hoping that their work is seen as fair work. They're hoping that they made enough shifts to it and enough skims to it, and they shifted the meaning and they shifted the lighting and the drawings and the lighting and shifted whatever was going on in it, hoping that they made it a new kind of work. And some of them may be mates and they're probably making some kind of income from it. So it irks them when they've been told, oh well, it's not fair work. Now, you might say, why did I spend so much time talking about that? Because I don't do anything that would be fair work in this YouTube fairway. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. You're right, Serena. Everything we do on our YouTube fairway is not fair work. It's our own work. Dolls were made for anyone to, buy and gather and play with and whatever. So it would be hard for someone to get ownership over dolls, and it would be hard for someone to say, well, that film is fair work. So that's why we don't do anything that's owned by someone else. No songs, no, nothing from any shows or films or plays, nothing from songs or song films or film games or anything like that. Nothing that someone could truly, come on and say that's their work. You know, and ownership striking is not the same thing as followership as followership oversight striking. You don't get no warning. You just get strikes. And unless you understand the lawful end of ownership and understand all the things that go on, like we don't, so we just keep out of it. We don't want to lose our good standing with ownership in any way, either is truthfully like that. So that's why we keep away from fair work. And I just told you, you can't say that dolls are fair work because they're not. Dolls were made for anyone to own. Yeah, the business may have had the right to got a deal with someone to make the dolls, people in the shop had a right to sell them, but once you bought them from the shop, that's it. They were yours. The ownership went to yours, and you didn't have to ask either Irwin or Bandai or Toei or anyone if it was all right to have these dolls in the film. Yeah, that's right, Sailor Moon says. Dolls are owned by whoever buys them. Now, I know some of you folks will say, well, why is it that films and songs and plays and shows aren't the same? You might have the right to own the disc for playing it at home, either on your record or on your film player, but you don't have the right to upload it or the right to, upload it, because that still falls underneath the ownership of whoever made it. So, so at the end of the day, that's how it's on like. But dolls are owned by whoever owns them. So that's why I always did this. And some folks might see this work as boring with no, songs or things from the film or the plays or the shows or nothing from a film game or whatever. But at least I know that I can never be true. At least I know that no one's ever going to come on and say, that's my shit, and then flag it. It's never going to happen. Unless it's a false flag, unless it's a fake flag, which sadly has been known to happen. But at the end of the day, also, you got to keep in mind that I'm not a YouTube mate either. Yeah, you're right about that, Sailor Pluto, Tissa. Some folks like to also go after folks who are YouTube mates and are making gald and hoping that YouTube will then give them the gald if they can then lie and say the film belongs to them. Because there are some folks who will fake flag someone's film just so they can get the income they're making or the gald. Or businesses out there who think that even though you're fair working their stuff, in their mind it's still their stuff, that you're fair working, and they want to think that they want to get whatever income they think is owed them, even though it's a new kind of work now. But that would never happen because we're not working with anyone's stuff and we're not making any kind of gald at all. So it would be a blow if anyone. So why would anyone want to fake flag it for ownership grounds? Now there are folks out there just like to get folks in a bind with YouTube and Google and all that. I'm sure there are, but most folks out there got a ground for it. So yeah, we just keep away from fair work or whatever you want to call it, because it doesn't shield you. You can do all the things and hope that it's seen as fair work. And then either whoever owns it says, yeah, it's fair work and leaves it alone, or they say, no, it's not fair work, and then you get a ownership. Then you get yourself in some kind of lawful ownership seek, or dealing, or bind, or whatever you want to call it. So no, that's how it goes. So anyway, I want to end this here. So if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last film we made yesterday over here, where Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon made their film. I, Sailor Moon, I, Sailor Pluto. Hope you like this film. Bye.